You are not crazy if you are hearing this message right now. Yes, they are all up in your energy. Confirmation completely. Do not doubt it. You're wondering, yeah, that person, the one I've been thinking about, yes. Yes, they've been all up in your energy. They've been thinking about you too. How do I know that? Everything in me, everything. They were trying to stop me with every fiber of their being from reporting this information to you. Tell me why that is. Why is this person in question, this person on your mind, so secretive and keep their information so close to self? You tell me. Why is that happening? Who is this person to you? It feels as though, if I'm being honest, they're very much giving a past interest of some sort. And I'm hearing and I'm seeing different scenarios in my mind right now as I channel. And I'm seeing a scenario where this is this is one of two things. It's giving like someone is invested in a few other connections, could also be one, but it's specifically they have this. Here's what the juxtaposition is, right? I'll describe to you a metaphor. You tell me how this sounds. There's Regina and Aaron on one side, Regina and Aaron Samuels from Mean Girls, and then Katie. Now, and look at the way this just took off and just the way this started getting hot. Now, Katie being over there implies also that I'm assuming that this is you in this scenario. I'm really being pointed at. Spirit's got a big arrow pointing directly at Katie, like, this is you. You obviously have a glow up coming, a rise to power of some sort. Their face and body is already turned toward you in the material plane realm. Look at the way this is going off. I know I'm spitting. Their face and body is already turned towards you. Oh, it's like that meme. Oh my God, that's so funny that Spirit just did that. It's like that meme, that old one, that really, oh, that's frying me. This meme of the girl, like, ugh, and her boyfriend is turned around whistling at the girl that passes by. You know the famous one with the three? Oh, that's being shown in my head right now. So obviously, this person, oh, now I'm being shown them at night. Now I'm being shown them at night. I'm seeing them in bed, eyes wide open, staring at the ceiling. I'm even seeing them next to someone. If you potentially had any look at that, the passion, the flame grew by accident. If you have had some inclination of any of these images so far, like any of these randomly popped into your head, you were like doing the dishes and you thought, nah. Or you were driving your car and you thought, nah. Oh, I see. Spirit is trying to tell me to tell you that you need to listen more to your downloaded intuitive nudges. It's weird. I'm hearing Delulu, Delulu. I think you think you're Delulu. You think that the scenario your mind can come up with is making you delusional. I think that you're not the kind of person, from what I'm feeling. I think that you have inclinations that can lead that way, but I think that this is not, you don't have one necessarily about this person and about this situation. In fact, I think part of the reason that this is happening is because you had righted in your mind that this was never going to happen with this person for some reason, whether that was they hurt you in the past or they didn't know all that you had to offer. Kind of a youthful energy there, but not really though. Like there's situations here of like classic miscommunication between genders or in dating styles or something that ended up pulling them away. That classic move that happens where God pulls someone away right at the moment that you swear things would have happened a certain way if you had just, and if you had 5 minutes more, if they were in this one area specifically for longer. There's something to that. And if first person that you're thinking of, you're like, it's this person. It is that person. I don't know why that's being specific. In fact, I'm also hearing that they might not be the only one. You're like, okay, now I'm over it. No, 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 no. Listen, listen. There's a more recent fling of yours, a recent moment that is also looking back. Look back in anger is what I just heard for some reason. Look back in anger. I don't think they do look back in anger though. I think that that's weird to have said. Maybe you look back in anger at this person. Okay. Maybe that this other person. So, okay, in one hand, Regina George, Aaron Samuels, Katie, you looking across at the duo, and the genders don't matter here. This is the metaphor spirit's choosing. And meanwhile, there is an unnamed other party. It's as if it's like, oh, I see. It's showing me the person that Katie. Okay, ready? So in the beginning of Mean Girls, the movie, that's funny that it's using Mean Girls right now. I didn't mean for that to happen, no pun intended, but it did. In the beginning of Mean Girls, the movie, we understand that Katie Heron, she lived in Africa at the beginning, and her first partner was this young boy. And for some reason, Spirit is juxtaposing it like that. Like, and it's weird because it was the African savannah and it's showing like hidden in the leaves, kind of a thing. Like, this person is hiding away from you. Like, they don't want you to see that they're looking at you. I think that there's an element here that they want to see if you'd be still mad. This is feeling more recent. This is like someone you recently dealt with. Maybe they pissed you off or something happened. You got in a fight recently and then you're taking like a break. I don't know, something there. And there is a loneliness and a sadness there. There is a longing there. It's weird. That person is much shyer than the other person. It's an interesting juxtaposition. This second person is way more likely, and I shouldn't even say the word shy because it's not that they're shy, it's that they're much shyer of an energy, more of an insular energy than this other more grandiose, big energy that you are used to and thinking of from the past. And that's the key because you've been thinking about them too. So I think you confuse yourself because you say, no, that's just me. No, it's not meant to be. No, they don't. And look at the way this just went out. That's so, yeah, you thought the flame went out. Thank you. Oh my God, spirit is so crazy. You thought the flame went out. Well, watch this. You're screaming at me. You're like, no, no. Look, it's about to go out again. I'm serious. You guys have this on off quality, but the spark is still there. It's still burning. It's still alive. There's something here. Like maybe you tried to do, there's witchy shit here. Maybe you guys tried to do a cord cutting and it just seems like it's not working despite your best effort. Look at that. Look at the way it is struggling to unchoke itself and keep this alive, even though it is like half out. I've never seen that. Yeah, definitely an element here of spiritual fate and course that you can't control. Like spirit has to be the guide on this one. You have to give this one over a bit, and I think you have for all intents and purposes given this over to spirit in a lot of ways. Um and spirit is proud of you and sees you in that moment. But I think for some reason the energy and the story here is really coming up that if you are doubting your own intuition because you feel clouded by this person, uh, you shouldn't. They are legitimately channeling you too, to some extent, manifesting you. Now, I will also preface that by saying that that could go both ways. It can be good and bad, right? Like if they're a good person, they channel for good, they want you back, they want to talk to you, etc. But for just as many of you, in fact, for more of you, I'm seeing 25%, 75. So 75% of you, this person has quite a chokehold of a dark energy, a purple energy that they're weird. This is a spiritual boon person too. I'm seeing like a cloud, but it's not like a dark rain cloud like that. What it is like a feeler. It senses, you know what? I read recently this article about how hormones from the alpha in the room can be sensed. And if a distress signal is sent from the alpha, it is a much stronger uh, like what is it? The lymphatic nerve system. It's the sympathetic nerve system response to the alpha sending out a distress. This person has created a scenario where they are alpha in their surrounding. So that what they say goes, and their emotional state directly affects the people in their vicinity. I actually think there's quite a focus on them to some extent, whether that means that they have little peons or they've emotionally manipulated everybody in their space to serve them, whatever that means. This situation around and surrounding, they have uh what would I call this? A dis a dispensee, they they are so aware that they emotionally and spiritually lead the rooms that they are in, that they have gotten so used to channeling and tempering their own energy and thought process to so as to block it from other people. They have figured out this person is so used to other people getting in their business that they have created this insane boundary. And it's weird. It is a watery boundary. Like it's a moat. It's a moat. Spirit's being so funny with me right now. And they're in a crocodile in the fucking moat. Pardon my language. It's so funny to me. Spirit is just pointing this out. Like this is the situation. They are loving it. They are loving the moat. They love the situation. They love the surroundings. It's perfect for them, you know? But there is still something here that makes them look bad. That's the key that I keep being drawn to. That even though they have emotionally manipulated everyone in the space, everyone answers to their call, and also they've gotten so good at holding their information from people around or keeping their deepest innermost thoughts to themselves. This person, I imagine, is quite mysterious, even to themselves, because if they can confuse themselves, how could you possibly understand how they're feeling or be able to psychically move around them? This person is that's really the key. This person obviously has some psychic energy. If you've wondered if this person is kind of scary, I'm giving you a warning too from spirit, because they have their own version of spirituality. You both have developed it separately abilities, and theirs incorporates a very strong third eye, like a beacon. Like I'm seeing when you think of them, they can tell. And then the same thing that happens, it's weird. It's like the same thing is happening to both of you. They think of you, you feel it. You think of them, they feel it. They think of you, you feel it. Yeah, he looked at me, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and he looked at him. That's what it's giving. It's just you guys are constantly in this on off, back and forth summoning, because I think there's a world and a fantasy this person previously had, which is not met or fulfilled for some reason. They think they're going to eventually ricochet back to you. I don't know to what extent. I don't know if that's just to have a conversation, but there is a very strong intentional energy, especially if you are watching this reading and this has resonated so far. You can literally feel it's so crazy. This image I'm being shown right now. This is pure channel. The way that I am seeing this person, it's like this person is being juxtaposed on a football field, surrounded by cheerleaders and the rest of the team. They're the captain of the team. Everyone answers to this person, but this person is looking in the stands, and they're upset because they can't find you. It's weird. It's like they can't find you. There's a disappointment element there. I wouldn't say upset. Maybe it upset them the first few times. Or maybe there was no, they were smug. Oh, I'm feeling I'm in their body now, and I'm looking out because I'm trying to see what are they feeling. In this moment, they're feeling smug in the beginning. In the beginning of this timeline, they are feeling smug because they feel like, haha, got you for some reason. Or like they've won somehow. I can't explain why. You will probably know the answer to that. The feeling of smugness in the beginning, and it becoming expectation. It becoming expectation. They look out, and then they realize, okay, I don't see them. Then they look out a little bit, the teeniest sliver of disappointment. They think to themselves, okay, not today. Then again, they look out, scanning the crowd. Nope, still not today. Okay, no problem. And on some days, it's easier than others. Some days, I'm feeling like the team goes to the bar afterwards and grabs drinks and it's whatever. But there are some days that for some reason, this bothers the shit out of them, is really what I'm feeling. You must have been someone very relevant to this person, whether you were on their team or you were relevant in their youth or gave them good advice, or that you were, before this person's success, a relevant energy and entity, and they believed your intentions to be sincerely pure. and for them. And somehow, in this person's twisted ass mind, they have somehow reconfigured that logic into being smug to have hurt you. I guess because of the way things played out. But in the time apart, that's really the key. In the time apart, they've begun to see actually what the support, the person in the audience, what losing that and what the implication of that, that you're elsewhere, moving on with your life in greener pastures, better football, bigger football stadiums, babe, are not there. And of course, again, this is genderless. I speak that to say that this could be the head cheerleader for you down on the field, but there is a key here. I'm seeing both sides. I'm seeing her peppy girl. And of course, if you're an NB, I don't know, maybe you're a band geek. I'm kidding. I'm joking. But you get the metaphor here. The point is this person is very much used to emotionally manipulating people around them so as to puppeteer them to keep them close. And you have cut the string. And I think that it took them longer than they expected to realize. I keep seeing them tugging the string. There's a uselessness to it too. I can't explain this. There's a kind of like petulance to it. It's disappointment, it's sadness. It's very much like giving little child energy, like when a little child like throws something on the floor like that. It's that feeling. They're pulling on the string and there's nothing on the other end. It's a blank string. So I keep seeing the string like it's just getting tugged in closer to them, like just disappointing them until they pick up the string and look at it and see there's nothing on the other end. Like I'm seeing them like be upset. They're legitimately for some reason this string, or maybe it's because this person is such a master puppeteer that the idea that they don't have this string bothers them. But I think it's more than that. There's too much of a hollow feeling, an ennui, a wistfulness there at as this person sits because I'm seeing them sit. It's like giving that meme of Squidward when he's looking at Patrick and SpongeBob outside through the grates in his house. Have you seen that from the dark? I'm being shown that this person is like in the dark with their puppets. This is such a crazy spirit. What are you doing to me right now? They're in the dark with their puppets and they're looking the littlest sliver of sun is pouring through the rickets, the slivs in, and it's the only thing that's letting like air in from outside and sun, and that's where your string was like out, and I see them pull it in and there's nothing. And there's something in that that's like that's why I'm saying ennui, like there's something in that that's like crushing almost. Like like they're finally reaching that realization from pulling on the rope. But they for some reason, it's funny in the beginning of this reading I would have said that they felt closer to you. But there's an aspect here, an element here of like a maybe you set a particularly strong boundary that they're like, I can't upset you anymore. I can't cross you. And maybe that's why you're being juxtaposed as a divide with just looking at each other. But there is an element of missing each other here. Um, but I would wait from spirit's perspective until this person truly realizes that the way to win, even through the laziness, even through, like I said, like everything was keeping me from trying to say this to you. Everything was holding me back and being like, no, 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 don't expose me. Don't expose me. Don't do this. Don't give this message. Don't tell them. Please don't tell the collective. Please. I'm serious. Like, I want to keep this to myself. Like, this is really like, it's part of my darkest, deepest bits. Like, that's the part. Like, seeing them in the attic. Spirit is trying to portray to me they have to go down to floor 2, go down to floor 1, and out through the front door into the fresh air. There is effort needed from this person here to let themselves out of their head and in the darkness of their head, and they're not there yet, but this is a triggering instance into getting them where they need to be. And there is potential maybe for them to go back out into the world in that case with that logic and seek you. So I suppose spirit is saying a number of things. One, if this person were to pop back up tomorrow, hold them at arm's length, pump the brakes. Remember, you need that slack is important here. Two, this person is a spiritual boon. When you think of them, they do think of you, etc. When you feel them all the way. You're like, oh my God, I can't stop thinking about this person. It's because they're thinking of you too, and vice versa, vice versa. Um, And there was a final point that I was going to say. My third point was that you want to leave this person, you want to make sure that if you were to regroup with this person, it is fully on your terms outside in the fresh air, no puppets, no dark cobweb attic, serial killer attic to return to for this person who has these past this activities in their past, the way that they operate, the way that they go to, the way that they pursue, the misconceptions, and dare I say misogyny. For some reason my spirit is being like, for some reason this person has some confusion around gender roles, is really what spirit's trying to say to me right now. um is creating a block that they have not come over yet. So this is the thing, spirit is actively using you as a boon, I'm seeing now, to draw them away from this previous manipulative energy into a fresh, new, bright world where they can expect better for themselves, get true love, get all of those things. Now, does that necessarily mean it's going to be with you? I'm not sure. That's gray right now for me. But I do see the re-meeting outside. That's where the spirit is pausing the script. That's really what I'm seeing. Like, where he's in the attic, or this girl is, or whoever this is in the attic with their puppets. They pull this thing in. The string is released on the other end. They look out, they see you on the street, they run down the stairs, down, 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 out through the front door and meet up with you, running after you, screaming rom-com movie type shit out front until you turn around. And then for some reason, like as if that, I bet you're wondering how I got here moment is happening. Spirit pauses it right there and says, that's what the key is. Maybe spirit is also trying to say you might run into this person, or this person might seek you out sooner than you expect. But proceed with caution is the key here too, and that there is room here potentially for at least some reconciliation or the beginnings of that, but make your way toward that slowly, one step at a time. If this person is serious and for the long term and long run, they will actually make effort toward being your friend again. And that's the key here to start with, and in a way that feels healthy and reciprocal, and not manipulative or creating a narrative, false narrative of what's going on with you also behind your back, because that's another scenario this can play out as, to me, as puppeting you separate and everyone else behind them something different while they create a narrative. So proceed with caution, but there is a real key here that spirit's trying to say: when your intuition is completely correct, trust it more. Let this have been your guide to know that. All right, thank you. I've been Leo from Jersey. Hope you enjoyed. I cannot believe spirit. I'm serious. This person did not want me to give you this message. Everything in me. I'm even been dragging this message for days, knowing what spirit wanted me the channel message to be. But it was because it was meant for this moment, for me to have heard the exact message that spirit wanted to give me in this exact, like, literally. I couldn't. The channel had to have been exactly now, so I got exactly what it was. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched this all the way through, please feel free to leave a like or comment if this resonated with you, or subscribe during the Jersey Leo Pride. And you'll only get videos pushed to you when they feel relevant for you from spirit. And thank you so much. And I hope to see you again real soon. Okay, bye.